This is the Optimus. This will come loaded on the Optimus Max. The new Lumecca Peak is not white anymore. It's all black, like the Death Star Darth Vader IPL, nuking the entire universe. You've got a lot of options, your Optimus Max. You're going to pick what you want here. This will be a Lumecca Peak. Up comes a number of settings parameters. This is the older Optimus. The Optimus Max is what we'll be launching in the next 8 weeks or so. What happens on your Optimus Max is you get to select your energy, and typically, if I'm using 12 on the Lumecca, I'll be using about 8 to 10 on the Lumecca Peak. Normal is about 8 degrees Celsius, strong is 5 degrees Celsius on this water-cooled sapphire tip. We can see it's kind of greenish, yellowish, because we're using green wavelength, 515 cutoff. And then we want to go to pulse mode, which is fast 1 pulse per second. So 12 joules, strong cooling. What does short pulse width mean? You only have 2 options here, short and long. And those that have been with Dr. Crendell's IPL for a long time, you've seen that in about from 2001 or 2 to 2015, he allowed doctors and users to select the pulse duration. Now, you don't get to select it. The pulse duration is tied to the fluence, and you get 2 options. In long pulse duration, it is going to be 1/2 of the fluence. So if I have 12 and I want long pulse, that's going to be 6 milliseconds. 6 milliseconds is much shorter than the closest competitor at 10 milliseconds. So even that is a nice aggressive pulse duration. Now, what happens if I go to short? Short pulse duration is 1/3 of the fluence in milliseconds. So I have 12 of energy and I have a short pulse duration, I'm going to get 4 milliseconds. 4 milliseconds. If I go down to 9, I'm at 3 milliseconds. If I go down to 6, I'm at 2 milliseconds. So as the power goes down, the pulse duration gets shorter to maintain as much of that peak power density, which is pulse duration times energy. Remember with pico, when you're removing pigment, you're in the picosecond pulse duration and you have less than a joule of energy and you still get rid of pigment. So pulse duration is just as important as energy and they work together. Dr. Crendell, who is the inventor of IPL, realizes that, and he integrates the length of the pulse duration with the fluence in short as well as long pulse. So let's go to typical, this would be the kind of energy I would use on the peak, which would be about 8 joules, short pulse duration, and we are going to be in that 2.3 milliseconds or something like that, which is going to be very short pulse duration.